Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV. Listen, you guys, I know I'm behind with my reviews. I am going to try and catch up this week, okay? I'm behind with the Born into Fame. I'm behind with the Ultimate Girls Trip. I'm seeing the comments, Ganziba, but I'm not really zibbing you. So it's coming, you guys. Listen, last night's episode of Izingane Zesthembu, episode 10, I was so frustrated by I was frustrated by the conversation at the table as if I'm the one breaking up with Mpumelelo. And I had said before that I was not going to feel sorry for these girls. But I was like, yeah, it was hard, guys. It was hard. I think it's the mother in me. It's the mother in me that is not allowing me to just be like, whatever, you know? And listen, I know a lot of people are saying Usnewo wrong, guys. When you listen to my reviews of Izingane Zesthembu, understand this about my relationship with Usne, okay? I do have a soft spot with Usne. I think for me, knowing what she went through as a child give me a perspective ethile. And sometimes I might go easy on her just for that, okay? And I kind of feel like sometimes we expect Usne to be this mature adult and that masobuka nje wayezokuthatha nje mature maturity wayezokuthatha Usne, you know. So at the table, you guys, I do feel like they were talking about something that was very serious, but all of them have a certain immaturity when they are having this conversation because they are talking about somebody's breakup, okay? We would love for the breakups to be like, listen, I don't want you anymore, stay away from me and all of that. I don't even want to look your way. Like I'm a breakup sense like a movie and you walk out with your high heels and it's done. But most of the times breakups are not like that. Even when you are the one that had made a suggestion that you need to break up, but breakups are not like that, it's an emotional thing because now I'm realizing that honestly, Vuyo thought she was going to marry Mpumelelo. Why she wanted to marry Mpumelelo, I have no idea because looking at Mpumelelo, how immature he is, how he is very disrespectful. Tirelo was even saying ukuthi Mpumelelo lies a lot, and also Vuyo also said ukuthi Mpumelelo unamanga, he makes promises, he doesn't keep them. And also he's just disrespectful to them on national TV. So I don't know why these girls want to marry Mpumelelo still. So obviously they're saying something that me as a viewer is not saying, okay? Also, just the fact that he is just young, you guys. Mpumelelo is one of those people that are so immature in his 20s that I feel like he is one of the people that should wait for their 40s to get married, okay? But he wants to do it now. I don't know why, okay? So I feel, you guys, that for Vuyo, she really wanted to marry Mpumelelo. So it's an emotional thing for her. It's giving up, I guess, on a dream. She wanted to marry Mpumelelo. She wanted her kids to grow up in the family of mom and dad there. But I guess it was going to be mom and dad and other mothers and other, and other siblings, but she was going to do it. She was willing to do it. She was ready to do it. But then Mpumelelo broke promises according to her. So it's an emotional thing for her, And if you've just broken up, you guys, with somebody, and people people keep asking you questions about the breakup, at some point the tears are going to come because it's hard enough to sit at the table across from the person that broke your heart. And not only is he there, but the person that he is moving on with, which is still is also there. That's not an easy thing for Vuyo to do. So I expected that the tears at some point, if they keep having this conversation, were going to come. And a lot of people are saying Snare should not have pushed, okay? But if Snare didn't push, we wouldn't have the explanation. We wouldn't have the full picture of how Vuyo is feeling about this breakup. Number one, people wouldn't know that Mpumelelo and Vuyo have broken up if Snare didn't push. And also, we wouldn't have got that very raw and emotional scene where we can see Vuyo, okay, Vuyo is really hurt and frustrated about this breakup, even though she's trying to be like, listen, get right to me now, but she's a person, you guys, it still hurts the fact that She was hoping to marry this person, and also the family setting yakamseleko. I'm sure kumnandi mengabe part of the family. Now you are feeling like one of the siblings. And quite honestly, you guys, my siblings yakamseleko, they are very respectful. Okay, if you're not in a relationship with them. If you're not in a relationship with them, they're quite respectful. Below, I like how they treat my girlfriends, even though it's in and out my girlfriends, but they treat them with respect. So they are very accepting, they are very welcoming, all of them. So now you're looking at the setting that you thought now was going to be a forever. Now it has fallen apart. Not only are you losing this one person, but you are also losing people that are your friends, because it's going to be hard for Vuyo to keep friendships with Abo, with Usne, with even Utirelo, you guys, with Umpilo, while she's no longer in a relationship with Mpumelelo. Okay, so it's going to be hard for her. But also, guys, there are also possibilities of her losing a job. Okay, so there's a lot at stake here. It's not just a relationship, there's a lot at stake. She might possibly lose a job, because now if she's not seeing Mpumelelo and she's dating someone else, and then they continue with the show, and Mpumelelo now has other girlfriends and whatever, what is going to be Vuyo's place on the show? So there is a lot at stake. I understand the tears, but I'm not blaming Ushne for pushing for the answers. And you guys, to say what all of the siblings did want the answers was Uluandle actually also, asking questions to say, are you saying that you and Mpumelelo have broken up? So the person that brought you here, you don't have any relations with that person anymore. That's why you are saying you are no longer part of that of this family. And that for me was an indication that even the other siblings did want clarification as to what was happening there, you guys. Now, if we come back to Usne, I feel like because she had taken a position where she wanted to probe and ask questions and whatever, then she should have been ready for the comeback, that other people were going to like the fact that she did that, but other people were not going to like that she did that. And she was supposed to respond in a matured way. I do feel like Abo and Sne just have an issue with each other. At some point, you guys, I felt like even though Abo, it feels like, or it looks like she enjoys seeing Usne triggered. I feel like that. I like Abo, you guys. I feel like she's a nice girl. I feel like she's very warm, but I do feel like when it comes to Usne, there's a weird thing about them, almost like she just is irritated by Usne, like, why are you even talking? And then when Usne is upset, it's like it brings a joy to her that Usne is upset, you guys. I do feel like Usne should have expected, because she knows the dynamics of the siblings. She should have expected that some people are going to like the fact that I'm talking because, they want the answers, but other people are not going to like it because there are people here at the table that don't even like the fact that I'm here. They don't like to hear my voice. They don't like to see me. Sometimes with the siblings, you guys, you can just be irritated with your siblings. I used to hate being in the same school with any of my siblings, especially my younger sibling. And because my younger sister was the sibling that used to get into trouble. Okay, I've had some story times on my own channel. I think I've privatized videos there. But my younger sister used to get into trouble, and they used to call. So I used to hate being in the same school as her, okay? So in primary school, like just before I went out of the school, she came, okay? So there was a year or two where we were in the same school. And then in higher primary as well, there was like 1 year where we were in the same school. And then in high school, I think when I was in like it's grade 10 now, guys. It was standard 8 then. She came and, as we're going to standard 6. So I was like, oh my God, can I go to a different high school? There are times when you're just irritated by you just want your own space, and you don't want to share friends with your siblings. You don't want to share anything with your siblings. So it's not really that you hate them, but there is a dislike sometimes because you just feel like, can't I just get some space? So I do feel like they have that. But, I feel like it's an opportunity for the producers to make them look at those things when it comes to their relationship. For an example, Abonos Ne. How great would it be if they went for like a 1 or 2 therapy sessions where they get to sit down with a professional and understand each other's position in the family? Why do we get on each other's nerves like we do? Because sometimes it's like, let's just say Abo kept quiet afterwards. Usne would have been okay, But I feel like Abo was just so irritated that she couldn't keep quiet because she felt like the whole thing of even getting Vuyo to cry was because Snare was probing and probing and probing and probing. Ubesenkantolo Snare wouldn't give up, and she felt like she needed to express. But the reason we are here with Uvuyo now crying is because you just wouldn't stop. We are pusher, we are pressure. Now she's crying. Okay. Now Snare started crying, and I'm like, Snare, I know your feelings might be hurt that Abo is saying this is all your fault, but it doesn't. I didn't feel like it's a thing to cry about, guys. I feel like Usne uses the tears to manipulate the situation. I think that she's a person that really, honestly, with all that she has, she feels that she is a victim. Okay, it's not like she's thinking, let me manipulate them with my tears. Like, I do feel like Usne really feels like she's a victim in that family. She feels like we are hlukunyezwa in the family, even though we don't see it. I think her siblings are just being her siblings. They might not like her very much, but it's a dislike of a sibling. Okay, but it's not a thing of now they want her dead, for an example. No, I don't feel like it's like that. But Usne, yeah, and I feel like honestly, Usne believes that she's a victim, and I feel like it's a thing that she needs to work on. That she's not always a victim. As a matured individual, she could have just asked, "What do you mean that I was pushing? But this is what I was trying to do." But I also do feel like I said in my other video, you guys, that I feel like part of Usne's frustration is that they are working there at the table. And when they are sitting at the table, they were supposed to have certain conversations. Had Usne not had the conversation, nobody would have talked. They wouldn't have found out about Vuyo, the breakup, and all of that. Maybe part of her frustration is that as well. Because you guys know that so now if I don't ask the question, what is going to happen to that? And also, you guys, I said it was very immature at the table. They were having a serious conversation, but in an immature way, because at certain points, Usne no Tirolo, they're laughing like they're having the greatest time of their life, while Uvuyo is talking about the breakup. So it was a very weird situation where it was like, it's almost like kids having adult conversation, but they don't know how to handle it, all of them. Anyway, you guys, listen. I still feel like, Vuyo is very, what can I say? I know she's at work going to the trip, but I just like under normal circumstances, when the breakup is so fresh, I just wouldn't have done it because it's just too much. Okay, it's too much. People will be asking questions. You're going to talk about this breakup that you don't want to talk about, and the person that you have just broken up with doesn't really want to have a mature conversation about the breakup. Because guys, what would it hurt if Mpumelelo and Vuyo sat down and said, listen, Vuyo says, these are the reasons I'm breaking up with you, because I feel like you made promises and you're not keeping them. And I do feel like I don't want to be in this relationship. And for Mpumelelo to say, listen, I do understand that hurts you. I did make certain promises, because I don't feel like Vuyo is lying, you guys, about, promises that were made to her being Umamkulu. I don't feel like she's lying, okay? I feel like Mpumelelo just doesn't want to admit, because she doesn't want to come out as a liar. He doesn't want to come out as a liar now. For him to say, listen, I did make those promises to you, but I do feel like right now it's not gonna work for us to do it this way, and these are my reasons. And if honestly you feel like you cannot be with me in this journey while I do it this way, then maybe it is time to break up. But I really don't have anything against you. I still love you. That is, if he still loves her, because I don't even believe that Mpumelelo loves or even likes Vuyo. Because give me a name of one person that will see a person that they love across from you crying, and you don't even flinch to come and say, listen, do you want us to talk? Do you need any answers from me? Give me one name of a person that is a matured individual who just look at you ukhala nje and angabi nandaba nokuthi uyakhala athi guys asambe nisiyolala. That's all that he can offer you, okay? So I wish that they could have that mature conversation. But if you date somebody that is very immature, then you are going to have a very immature breakup. Or you have to accept it. Anyway, you guys, those are the things that I just wanted to discuss in general about the episode, but I will still do the full review of the episode, just talking about what happened in each of the scenes. But I was so frustrated by that conversation at the table. I feel like I'm breaking up with Mpumelelo, and I feel like I need closure. I was feeling like I need closure, you know. I do feel like Vuyo needs closure, guys. She just needs that conversation, a finalizer izinto, and Mpumelelo needs to take some accountability a little bit, you know, for breaking her heart and also breaking those promises that he obviously made to her that now he doesn't want to admit that he made. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.